Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be starting a new career mode series. It is that of TSG Hoffenheim. I wasn't really feeling the Manchester United one. If you are someone who had watched that, things got busy, so I didn't really follow it or continue it. And I struggled to stay motivated with top end team career modes. There's no progression or building. You're already at the top and you're already winning so much. I found it hard to stay motivated. There's no jump either to get into the Europa League first or then the Champions League and to start winning the league. It's like year one, you're already there. And I struggled to get motivated with those. And so today I wanted to do one in the Bundesliga. And I was deciding between Hoffenheim and Schalke. Hoffenheim, I think, is a team that has played very well. Obviously had Julian Nagelsmann as their coach the last couple of years and overperformed with him there, and have taken a bit of a step back this season and are going to try and bring them back up to where they were, getting themselves into potentially and hopefully Champions League football within the first year or two. And then with Schalke, obviously the hope would have been to bring them back to their success in getting into the Champions League consistently and being one of the top teams in the Bundesliga compared to this season where it looks like they're going to get relegated. But for this save, we are going to do Hoffenheim. We will be putting this on Ultimate. I have some custom sliders that make it more difficult as well, because otherwise I just don't find the gameplay difficult enough. We are going to make the games a little bit shorter. Transfer window will be enabled. No financial takeover, and we will get right into it. We are officially at the beginning of our season. As far as deciding which preseason tournament we do, there's not any crazy teams in here. Valencia and West Ham will be easy. Lyon's still in this one. Porto is over here with Monaco. I think we'll go on the most expensive one. None of them are necessarily easy by any stretch. As far as this first episode goes, we're really just going to be looking at what we got here on the squad, figuring out who we are going to get rid of, what type of setup we could be playing, and a few potential signings or what positions we are going to be looking at making some signings in. Now, as far as what this team has, Remarks and Bebu up top is obviously great. Rudy in the midfield isn't bad, although how old is Rudy nowadays? He is 30. Samaseku is someone I like a little bit more. He has good pace, he's young. He doesn't have good pace. Why did I think he was faster? Interesting. And then Baumgartner's decent as well. I don't know if this is a team I really want to play in a 5-back, although they do have wing-backs, don't they? Right, they have Skov. I could turn Skov back into an attacker. I also could play a 5-back with this team, you know? They've been playing Gasinovic there, IRL. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, I think Kaderabek and Skov could be really nice wingbacks. Skov is quite young, right? 24. He can still develop a little bit more into something promising. Beru is really what I want to focus the attack around. I think he can be quite solid still. Continue to develop a little bit. Very good pace, good size. I think he could be a key piece of the attack. Now, Kramarch is obviously very good as well. Still 29. He's not super old yet. I don't know if we're going to keep him yet. We do have a bit of surplus at striker, though. Here we have Dabur, who is now 28. And Belfadil, who is also 28. So we do have a bit of surplus there. As far as what we would be playing, we don't really have the wingers to really make this work, right? We also have Sessignon, who can play as a wing-back. I believe he is on loan. As far as the third center-back we would play in this 5-back, it's probably got to be Akpobuma? I have no idea if I'm saying that right. What do we got here? He's 6'4", he's 6'2", so we probably will keep Vought in the middle of this, and Akposh and Akpobuma there. Richards, that's the young kid in Byron's system, isn't it? He must be on loan here now as well. We will put Hubner on the bench. Sessignon will also come on the bench. Definitely don't need two strikers on the bench either. I guess the thing is they don't really have wingers, right? So maybe I do keep two strikers on the bench. Maybe I put two center backs on the bench, even though I have so many three center backs on the pitch at once, right? And then we'll see if we keep Grudlicious or not. I'm definitely butchering so many of these names, but we'll really have great depth in the midfield. He looks decent, actually. I might put him in, but we do kind of need someone a bit more defensive, so maybe we won't. Rudy isn't very fast either. We could argue that we put him in over Rudy, especially given age, so we'd probably do something like that. Question is, though, what formation do we play? I don't think we're going to play with any wide players, because we don't really have good wide players on this team, unless we start playing with, like, Ryan Sessegnon at left mid, and then Skov at right mid, and convert them back up. But I think we probably play a 5-2-1-2, so maybe get Baumgartner at Cam, behind Vibu and Kamarch, and then Sami Sekou and Grilic in behind those guys, and then we'll see if we can change Sami Sekou into a center mid. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. But that being said, we are going to need some improved midfielders, because these two midfielders are going to have to be really good in this setup. We don't really have that right now. A Cam and a center mid could be very important here, and probably at least a center back. But first off, let's go see what we are going to sell from this team, because there's definitely some pieces that are going to be moved on from. Before we get into what we're going to be looking to sell, 31 million is the transfer budget. Anything that we sell will be added to that. We are also in the Europa League this season, in which they want us to get to the final. They want us to finish in a Europa League spot. Personally, I'm going to be aiming for a Champions League spot, but with Cups and the Europa League and the League, that will be a challenge, no doubt. Only the round of 16 in the DFB Pokal. Youth development signed at least 3 players younger than 20, as well as within 2 seasons signed 4 of these players to the senior team and played them in 20 matches. That may or may not happen, to be honest. Financial within 3 seasons increase your club worth by 50%. Easy domestic success. Finish in Europa League spot. That shouldn't be an issue. If we don't finish in a Europa League spot, I deserve to be canned. This team is pushing towards the Champions League, never mind just staying in the Europa League. Continental success has reached the final. This is going to be tough, because we're going to have a good team, but the likes of Leicester and Spurs and Arsenal and Milan are already in the tournament, as well as Leverkusen, I believe, initially, then plus whoever drops down from the Champions League. This could be a very tough ask. One of PSG, RB Leipzig, or Man U will drop down. This could be very difficult to challenge, or to obtain, I should say. Get a streak of 10 games with at least 1 goal scored as the brand exposure. We would hope we can do that, but 10 games in a row could be tough. That being said, let's jump in to see who we are going to be trying to sell here. Before I even get into that, let's convert with the position of Sami Sekou. I do like him. I don't think we're going to sell him, so I think we're just going to try and change his position. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain to change. 84 weeks from a DM to a center mid? Come on, man. There's no way. Maybe we wait and see if we can get him in better form, how long that'll take. And we will start it, hopefully with better form that'll be faster. Maybe even if it takes 1 full season, I can live with it. But how does it take you nearly 2 years to go from being a DM to a center mid? I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. That is really annoying. Nonetheless, let's go see what we're dealing with. So, in net, obviously Bowman is the man. Penke is the backup, although he is old, but we will keep him for now. And then Luca Phillip is here. Don't really need him, but he's young. We'll probably hold on to him. But that being said, I also should check first who is on loan here. Rudy is on loan, okay, so good thing we don't really care for him. And then Sessegnon and Richards, as I figured, are also on loan. So, yeah, Rudy I wasn't really planning on using too much anyways, or at least not starting him. So that works out okay, and then Richards just isn't up to scratch. Anyways, so, GK's figured out. Left back is going to be Skov, backup will be Sessegnon. Sessegnon's on loan anyways, so we're not doing anything with him. But then we also have Stefilidis and Brennett, and I personally really like Brennett. I believe he has good pace as well, doesn't he? He has 81 pace to Stefilidis 74. He's 1 inch taller. Both 3-star, 3-star. I do like how Brennett plays, and so I think we will add Stefilidis to the transfer list. I'm not going to sell Brennett, even though that means we have 3 left backs for now, because Sessegnon isn't here long term. And then Kishwell, I guess we'll hold on to for now. We are playing the 3-back, so we are going to need a lot of center backs, but we currently have 1, 2, 3, 1 on loan, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm probably only going to need 6. We also have another one on loan, FC Utrecht, who's quite young, at 22 years of age, 71 overall. Vought we're keeping, Akukuma we're keeping, Posh we're keeping, he's still good and young. Nordveit at age 30 and only a 73 overall, I think we have to let go. And then as well, we also have Adams, Uhu, and Hubner. I think we will also sell, given their age. And then I think we're going to, well, I don't think we're going to bring back Justin Hubner yet, but if we do need an extra center back, we will bring him back. We might end up signing the center back anyways, so I think we will sell Nordveit, Pitatik, and Hubner, and move along from there. Because that'll still leave us with Akukuma, Vought, Push, and then Adams, Unhu, Richards for the season, and Bogarde. Yeah, no, we are, well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see till the end of the transfer deadline, see if we sign a center back, if we need Hubner for depth or not, because we're only going to have about 4, if you include Richards, 5 center backs in the rotation, although I don't know if I really want to use Richards. So we'll see how many center backs we bring in and decide from there. As far as the right back position goes, we arguably could need to get a backup for Kaderabek. Man, there's some tough names on this team, man. Apologies. But for the time being, we do have Sessegnon as well as Brennett at that left back position. So we'll play one of them at right wing back if we really need to. I'll just keep on to the young guys for now. Midfielders. We are going to have 2 center mids and a cam. We have Samiseku, Geiger. Rudy's on loan, we won't count him. Bilitish, Gasinovic, Adamian, and Baumgartner. We have 6, however 3 of them are cams, and we only have 1 cam in the formation. Baumgartner is the best of them and is the youngest, and he is going to be our starting cam and someone we are going to try and develop most definitely. And then we also have Adamian, and we have Gasinovic. With that being said, I do like Gasinovic. He is the younger of the 2. He is a little bit slower. His dribbling is better though. His passing is also better. It's just the shooting that really lacks in, and I don't know how much I'm really going to be shooting with my cams, considering I'm in a 2-striker setup. And so I think Adamian is going to be the one that gets sold. We do only have 2 long-term contracted center mids to the club here, and Grilitis and Geiger, both young, and then obviously Samiseku. So we definitely need a 4th center mid into that rotation with Samiseku, Geiger, and Grilitis. It doesn't need to be this season, but an improvement could be made anyway, so it could very well come this season. Jakob Larson is on loan at Anderlecht. I don't really see us playing with a left wing anytime soon. I think that 5-back is going to be the way we play for a while. And so I think we're going to add him to the transfer list. We have no wingers at all other than him on this team, unless we want to make Scob and Sessegnon left mids and right mids. And so I think we're going to stick to the narrow formation. We could eventually, if we get enough center mids, switch to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or something like that. But going with wide players, I don't think is really our plans. But now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikers. The most we are keeping is 4, okay? Bebu is 1. Kramaric, I don't know. Kramaric is good, don't get me wrong, but at age 29, at 82 overall, I'm kind of tempted to get some value back for him and try and sign someone else to go alongside Bebu who is younger. He might not be as good as Kramaric, but I feel like we can get some good money for him. I'm not guaranteeing we are going to sell him, but I am definitely listening to offers. Belfadil, we are adding to the transfer list. Dabur, we are also selling to the transfer list. I might not sell all 3 of those guys, but I want to listen to offers on all 3 of those guys. That is how I currently feel. Dabur will be 1. I'll probably keep at least 1 of the other 3, and then we'll just need some backups in and around that, right? João Kloss, I think we're going to recall, and he might be one of our depth strikers. And David Otto, I think we're also going to call back, and he also might be another one of our depth strikers. We may also sell those guys. I'm going to also add them to the transfer list, and we're just kind of going to see what offers we get for our strikers. If we get good offers for them, we'll sell, and if we don't, then we'll hold on. And as long as we have 3 or 4 at the end of the summer, then it's kind of all that matters. Bebu is going to be one of them. That is a given. And outside of that, we will kind of see what we get. So that is what we are currently looking at as far as who we are going to be selling on this team. Regarding who we are going to be signing, let's go set up some scout networks here. Germany, England, Italy. Let's send someone off to Spain as well. Let's see what they can find for us over there. We could potentially hire another scout as well. Don't feel like for these scouts, having a good scout is overly important. I'm not going to spend too much money on that. And let's send someone off to France as well. And then we are also going to get one more to send off to Portugal, given that we have the slot. Perfect. Okay. Lots of scouting teams sent out. As far as what we want to bring in, we're going to improve our strikers. Pacey, prolific, perfect. Okay? I don't really care for this. Don't need that. We are going to need a central midfielder. I feel like that is definitely an area we need to upgrade. Central midfielder, first team quality. I'll let them go from there. Okay? I'm very much interested in a center back. I think our full backs are fine though. I like Skov, I like Ketterer Beck. Bowman is good in net. But I like kind of what we had with cam position with Baumgartner. So striker, center mid, and center back I believe is kind of where we're looking. And we'll try and fill in some depth from there. Don't think we really need anything else. Outside of that, the full back positions are fine. The goalkeeper position is fine. And the cam spot is fine as well. That is where our focuses are going to be. With that being said, what do we got for emails here? Anything too crazy? Scouting, loan, youth academy report. Do we have anyone crazy good back? Oh, we do have a couple of good guys in the academy here. Musa Gai has potential as well as Patrick Fisher. That could be kind of nice. He's a 68 overall as well. If we start developing him in training, he could become very, very nice for us in a year or two. Again, a left mid, so maybe at that point, if he becomes elite, we either just sell him on or he's someone that we then try and change the formation around. Sabalajai, can I sign him? Probably not, considering he just transferred. Hey, he'd be nice to have, wouldn't he? But don't really need someone there. That being said, that is going to be all for this episode. I do thank you guys for watching, and if you guys did enjoy it, feel free to like the video, and if you are new, subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we are going to be getting into a bit of the preseason tournament and hopefully making our first couple of signings. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.